purpose of this little video is to show a couple of important trigonometric identities: the addition of two angles, the sine of a plus b is equal to sine a cosine b plus cosine a sine b, and cosine of a plus b is cosine b times cosine a minus sine a sine b. I took the liberty of drawing this picture and making a few labels to save a little time. A little hard to do while you're talking also. But in any case, just to show you why these are true, if you'll take a look at the diagram here, this is angle A, this is angle B, and then the sum of those two angles, A plus B, represents this angle right here. So let's take a look at some of this stuff. For example, from another theorem, which I show in another video, we know that this angle up here is also A, because this side encloses A, which is perpendicular to this side, and this side encloses A, which is perpendicular to this side. So that says that this angle right up here is also equal to A. Now just looking at the B angle, here's the right triangle associated with B. So I can say that this side over here, looking at this right triangle, the side opposite, is the sine. So this is the sine of B. And this side right here is the cosine of B. And I'll label it like this. This is the cosine of B. Whoops. Cosine of B. And this is, of course, where R is 1. This is a unit circle, and I've just refreshed your memory over here about the basic definitions of sine, cosine, and tangent, where this is a right triangle with side adjacent x, side opposite y, and the hypotenuse r. Okay, well, if this is the hypotenuse of this little triangle right here, then this side up to this dashed line right here, this side right here is equal to sine B times cosine A. Sine B cosine A. And this side right here, looking at this A right triangle, the one for angle A, well, here's the hypotenuse, cosine B times the sine of A. So this is equal to the hypotenuse, cosine B times sine A. And then all you got to do is take a look at this. This length plus this length is equal to this entire length right here, which is the sine of A plus B. Sine of A plus B is equal to sine A cosine B. There it is right there. And this other part, cosine A sine B, is right here. So that shows why this one's true. And similarly, for the cosine of A plus B, let's take a look at this. This is angle A. So this distance right here, right along here, is cosine A. This is cosine A. Correction, I'm sorry. This is cosine. This is cosine B times cosine A. In other words, the hypotenuse for this triangle for angle A, this is cosine B, and this is cosine B times cosine A. This distance right here we can get from this other little triangle. This is sine B. So sine B times sine A is what this distance right here is. Sine B sine A. Now if you'll look at this, cosine of A cosine B, which is this length right here, minus this length right here, is equal to this distance right here. In other words, this minus that, this distance minus that distance is this distance, when this is just the cosine of A plus B. In other words, cosine of A plus B is equal to cosine B cosine A minus sine B sine A, this part right up here. And that's how you do that.